Well, hello and welcome to day 17 of our Little by Little May Art Challenge. Today we are combining two favorites, loose watercolor splatter flowers and a simple glass jar or vase, whatever you would like it to be. And starting with our jar, I'm going to call it. And we're skipping a pencil sketch, just jumping straight into the color. The colors I'm using today, this color I have mixed together Prussian blue and coal black. I will list my supplies in the description, which I always try to remember to do anyway. And you can see I'm just very loosely putting the color in the jar and very lightly. This is diluted, just keeping it light at the moment and just kind of carefree with the brush strokes, leaving some highlights because we want it to look like there's reflections on the glass. And now I've got more of the color on my brush and less of the water, and just going to kind of tap that in wet on wet over on the side and on the bottom and just here and there wherever it might make sense to you, just for some shadows and some dimension. I really prefer laying my paint down before I use my pens at the end. This is going to be a line and wash painting in case you did not see that in the title. But yes, we're using watercolors and pens. And now I've just got clean water on my brush, and you can see I started in the center of the jar and just kind of moved over to the color, tapped into it, and then it will just kind of freely flow over into the wet portion, into the center, as it feels like doing. So this just helps me keep it loose and not just so detailed. We'll add details at the end, but they're not going to be precise. They're going to be fun and whimsical as usual. And you can see I let it dry and I put a piece of paper over it because now I'm going to come in with our splatter. And this part's always a little wild. You never exactly know where the splatters will land, but that's part of the fun of it. I just didn't want them to get on my jar. If you want that, just go for it. That was just a personal preference. And now I've just got a clean brush with water on it, and I'm just going to pick up the color right off of those splatters and just make very loose petals. If you'll remember, this is similar to what I did with a bouquet of flowers that we did, I don't even know how many videos ago. And then the jar part of this painting is inspired by another painting we did quite a while ago that you see here. I'm curious, do you enjoy painting without the sketch first, or does the chaos kind of stress you out a little bit? Everybody's different, so just do it, do whatever feels best to you. Okay, I'm going to carefully remove that paper now just so I can kind of see everything together and know where to place the next flower, which is going to end up being my final flower. And I'm picking up a little bit of color over here because I didn't have any right where I want it. Again, we never know where our splatter is going to go, right? And just putting in our final little flower here. And just for balance, I want to add a little bit of splatter up here, but controlled splatter. I'm just dotting in some up in that left portion there. And everything is dry. And I've used so much heat on this painting that my paper kind of buckled quite a bit, but that's okay. I am now coming in with yellow on my brush. This is a cadmium yellow medium. Use whatever you've got. And I just am obviously putting very simple centers in there and going to come in with some Hooker's green to place our stems in. And try to be as loose with the stems. You're going to want to be really light with the touch, and then let the stems kind of crisscross in your jar or vase. I decided this one I kind of wanted to let it be a little bit droopy, so I did a little curved stem for that one. I thought that looked pretty cute. Just adds a little charm, I think. And then decided to add some leaves as well. These are not any specific type of flower, so do whatever kind of leaf shape you want, whatever kind of petal shape you want, just make it your own. And as simple as this painting is, I kind of fussed with it quite a bit. Like here I thought, oh, I'm going to come back in with that same red, which I don't think I mentioned the color. This is Scarlet red, or just Scarlet it's called in my set. And I just wanted my flowers to be a little bit of a darker pink rather than that super duper light pink. So I'm just filling in here and there, letting some of the light pink shine through, not shine, show through. And whatever, again, personal preference. You could leave some of them light pink, do some dark pink, whatever you'd like. I feel like this would make a really cute like note card or just a card to send to somebody in the mail, a journal page even, or maybe even you could make a bookmark out of it, or just take this little card, stick it in your sketchbook or your journal, just a happy little surprise when you flip through it later. I think my jar turned out a little crooked today, but hey, maybe it's a vintage thrift store find, and yeah, that's what we're going with. Can you believe we are already on day 17? I think technically I should be on day 18 or 19, but I missed a day or two. I can't remember. It's all good. The goal for this month was to paint more or create more, whatever your medium is. Okay, coming in with my Sharpie pen, and I'm just going to outline everything very loosely. If you hold your pen up higher, that will help you to be a little more loose if that is what you would like to do. And you can see I'm not thinking this through. I'm just scribbling and trying to keep it loose and fun. I used to be nervous about adding pen, like, what if I mess up? But honestly, there's so much freedom in just letting it be loose and wonky on purpose. And that's just one of the many beauties of line and wash is that it doesn't have to line up perfectly. And actually, the less perfect, the more fun it looks, in my opinion. So this is your official permission to not worry if your jar's a little crooked or your flower petals aren't really making sense. It's all good. Just play and have as much fun as you can with it and just try to let loose. Okay, gonna try to finish up with the black pen here, although you're gonna see I come back in with it in a little bit, even when I think I'm done here. But for now, coming in with my Jelly Roll white gel pen, size 8 today, and I'm just gonna scribble some white highlights in there. It wasn't working too well in my jar. I don't know if my paint was still wet or what, but now just adding some highlights in each of the petals and just scribbling them in, as you can see. No rhyme or reason here. Trying again for the jar. Not working, but that's okay. It got a few little lines in there, so all good. And now adding a little shadow at the bottom here. Nothing too fancy. Now be careful if you didn't use a pen that's waterproof, because if you add water and paint at this stage, it might smear into that, which I just didn't think about that. So you could add your shadow ahead of time next time and just make sure if you don't have a waterproof pen that you save it for the very last step of your painting. And just darkening up that shadow on our table or whatever surface we're dealing with here. And I'm going to sign it because I think I'm done, but you'll see I'm not. But I'm so close to being done. I think she's pretty sweet though. But I thought, maybe just a little bit more. I mean, sometimes more is more, right? I don't know. And if you're painting along with me, don't be afraid to go back in and add a little more. There is no right or wrong amount of pen work. Just whatever feels fun to you. Just trust yourself. If your hand wants to doodle a spiral in the middle of each flower or dots, just go for it. Loose art is so forgiving and so fun. You can see that petal there was like a rectangle. Whatever, it's all good. I definitely added way more pen than I had originally planned. Not that there was a plan, but you know what I mean. But I was having so much fun with it, I just kept going. And sometimes it's nice to just let yourself play without overthinking every detail. And I hope this gives you permission to do that too. And if yours looks totally different from mine, that is perfect. That's the goal. Loose watercolor is about expressing your style, not copying every line that somebody else is doing. Thank you so much for stopping by and painting with me or just watching, whether you're following along with our Little by Little May Art Challenge or just popping in for some inspiration. I am so glad you're here, and I hope that you will consider joining me tomorrow for day 18.